Hi there, and welcome back to John Bernard Waffle Hour on Waffle Wednesdays. You're about to listen to another great episode that we have on our podcast. But just before that kicks in, just would like to ask everybody, no matter where you're listening to, whether it's Acast, Spotify, YouTube, or Instagram, please like, share, comment on all our posts. It'd be great, as it'll just help the channel grow. Because me and John are really enjoying doing all these episodes so far, and we would really like the podcast to grow more so that we could put more into it and make them better for all our listeners. Thanks for listening so far, and we have a whole catalogue back of episodes, so make sure you go and listen back to the very first one and follow them all the way through. Once again, thanks to all the listeners so far for listening, and enjoy this episode. We'll get you kicked on and get going. Alright. Welcome back to the John Bernard Waffle Hour on Waffle Wednesdays. This is episode 9. As always, if you want to contact us at all for any reason, you can email the podcast at jbwafflehour@gmail.com. And please follow us on Instagram at the JB Waffle Hour podcast. John, you are back. Jdog is in the house. Well, he's not. He's on Zoom.
How is it going? All good.
So
yeah, it's been a busy few weeks.
Yeah, you as the fella says, you have a real job that gets busy at Christmas.
Yeah, sure. Who doesn't get busy at Christmas?
Well, I don't, because nobody wants to train or work out at Christmas.
Unless you have COVID-related job.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad now, because we're recording this now. This is the first one after Christmas. This is the post-Christmas one, so we can get to talk about Christmas. Scheduling difficulties before Christmas, as you said, because you were busy, so you were missing. But it's okay.
Yeah, I do apologize, but we're getting there. We're here now.
Yeah, exactly. Good Christmas, solid Christmas.
Yeah, quiet Christmas. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you know.
I thought
to visit anybody or.
No, but I thought it felt a little bit more normal this year than it did last year. I thought last year was worse.
Yeah, that is true. Because last year we were just so paranoid. This year we're just a bit more, not more braver, but just more precautious. And everybody's like, so like when I met up with the family, we all did antigen tests and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of like, make sure now we do check each other's antigen tests, and that was just the way that was. Last year was like, not too risky, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, like last year was a complete write-off. It was like, definitely not. No, we're not doing that. And this year, like meeting people and stuff was a little bit, like, I suppose, more brave maybe, because you said like, even though we have vaccinations and things like that. But see, I don't know if you've seen any of them on social media about the people who had COVID over Christmas. And like, I seen one lad, and like, he decked out the back of his van and he reversed up to the window and opened the doors of his van to the sitting room, like, so he could be like included in the Christmas dinner. Didn't see that?
No way. Didn't see that.
And then another one, it was like this kind of plastic like tent thing, and she was down at the end of the dinner table, but she had COVID, so she was in her own little zone. Yeah, it was... I seen a funny one where there was a guy on social media, and basically his father and sister were in their living room, and it was basically called the COVID room. They're all isolated into the living room, so they're having their Christmas dinner in that room, while the rest of the family were in the kitchen having the dinner. Yeah.
But the sister was videoing the brother did a COVID test basically, or an antigen test. Yeah. And he's like, he got the results and he's like, feck. So he went into the room and he was like, look, I'm joining you now. He sat down with them. And then about like 5 minutes after he's in there, the mother comes in. You read your test wrong. You've taken you're negative. And he was in there for 5 minutes with them. So he got out. He slowly made his way out of it.
It's not a straightforward thing. Sure, it's only the 2 lines. 2 lines is positive, isn't it? And that's 1 line is negative. Yeah. I don't know what C and T stands for. Is that like positive and negative in German or French or something? Is it?
I have no idea. Never looked it up actually.
No, it's just C and T. But yeah, people got fairly creative over the whole COVID thing, which is grand if you're not in a serious case of COVIDness. Not everybody got off lightly, though. I suppose some people are a bit more serious and stuff. But look at it is post Christmas. So in this week between Christmas and New Year's, everybody's a little bit all over the place. But most people are watching telly. So I said we'd have a crack at saying what movies we like to watch over Christmas. And as you were saying already, it's not specifically Christmas movies. It's like whatever movies you like watching over this week between Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
Yeah, like I'd imagine there's a category between Christmas movies to watch and then just general movies you'd like to watch
Yeah,
during
well,
your time off. Yeah.
yeah, because like you can have a mix. You can watch Christmas movies at Christmas. You can watch Christmas
Mm,
movies whenever you want, I suppose.
mm,
But it doesn't have to be specifically Christmas movies. That is the
mm.
what I was saying. Now I don't know. Are you going to just do like five you like, or are you going to specifically do like a countdown from like your fifth favorite to your most
Mm.
favorite, or
No, I'll
which
probably
way do you
just
want
do
to do
like
it?
let's just talk about like 5 Christmas movies say to watch. That I'd be picking like Christmas movies that I would have had from the childhood, as in like what we used to watch.
Yeah. Now you
Like,
see already you're saying Christmas movies. So are we specifically
yeah.
going Christmas movies, or just movies you watch at Christmas?
Let's because it's Christmas, right? Because it's Christmas, let's go with Christmas movies, and
Okay,
then
so I'm just going
then
to
we
throw my
throw
list
we throw a
away.
random banner in there the odd time. Which
I'm just going to throw my list away. So
no, you can say your 5, and I'd say my 5.
okay, but mine aren't all Christmas movies.
That's perfect. Then that's
Okay,
good contrast.
okay, all
It's
right.
like we do Christmas movies, and you do the average
Yeah,
normal daytime movies.
just movies I like watching at Christmas. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Well, we could do that then. Well, one
okay.
most
What?
Christmas
Yeah. Okay.
like
So you go
one.
with you go with your fifth one, and then I'll go with my fifth one,
Okay.
and then you'll
So
go
the
four.
fifth one, does that mean that it's the fifth less favorite?
Yeah, yeah. Because we're
So
doing a countdown.
I'm doing it by countdown. So I
Yeah,
have
we're
to
doing
do
a
less
countdown.
favoritism.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So you
let's
still
say
like it,
then.
obviously, because it's made
Hmm,
your top five, but it's not like it's
okay.
it's it's the one,
It's like picking my favorite children. Okay. So let's say right. To the least favorite Christmas movie that you kind of always have to watch Home
Yeah.
Alone, isn't it? Kind of always have to watch Home Alone at least once over the
Uh,
Christmas.
yeah, but
Except
that's
you.
yours. Yeah, it's not on my list. I don't particularly like that movie.
I don't like it either, but you have to watch it. Like someone's going to watch it.
Yeah, but it's meant to be your favorite ones.
Yeah, but like no, you see, there's a difference. See, though, it's the ones that you have to watch. I'm not a fan of it, but
Okay.
it's traditional to watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically,
Okay.
technically,
Um, I I don't know. I've seen it obviously, and I've watched it, but I wouldn't go to watch it if you get me. Like if it was on telly and there
if
was
it was
nothing
on
else on.
RTE 2 at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, now would you watch?
Yeah, if there's nothing else on, like, and I had nothing recorded.
Yeah, yeah. And
Because
that's the predicament. It's on. You see,
yeah,
it's on a Friday.
you
You
see,
see,
it,
that's
it's
the problem.
it's different now. When you only had like the 8 channels, you kind of had to watch whatever was on. But obviously now we have more
Yeah,
channels, and
yeah.
we can
True,
record and
true.
we can record stuff and everything now in Sky. Sure,
Yeah,
look
and sure. Look at Netflix and Amazon and Disney. Sure, I haven't watched Sky Television in months. But like Home Alone probably is, yeah. So that's one. Let's say that's 5, right?
yeah, yeah.
Then
Well,
that's
hang on.
least favorite.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that's your least
Least,
favorite, but still
yes,
favorite because it's in your top five.
yes. Because I only have like five Christmas movies that I know about.
Okay.
Um,
Well, what I was going to say was I was going to say Braveheart. I like watching Braveheart.
okay, yeah, that was on the other night, wasn't it?
It was, and I watched it, and I have seen
Mm.
that movie many, many times. But I like
Yeah.
the bit when I'm watching it with people that aren't from Trim, like, and they're like,
Oh
"Oh my
yeah.
God, there's a castle."
This castle you drove by a few minutes ago. Did you watch it with someone from Trim recently? Or from
uh,
not from Trim?
no, I make Sarah watch it, and then I'd be like, "Oh look, there's the castle. Look, that's Trim Castle."
I know, Bertie. You said that the last 5 times you watched
I
it.
know, yeah. I know. There's probably a team in the ones I like watching. Now, keep in mind, this is not my 5 favorite movies of all time. These are just ones I like watching at Christmas. Now, I do like watching Braveheart, but it wouldn't be in my top
Mm.
5 movies of all time. This is specifically over the Christmas period what
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Well, you see, I don't know if I'd be able to, like movies of all time. I probably couldn't squeeze it into 5. So that was a trick. That was a tough one for you. Wouldn't be able to put it into.
No,
I'm
I
looking
would.
forward to your number 1.
Oh, oh wow. No, I won't spoil anything. We'll count them down.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
so Braveheart
fourth,
is my fifth. So what's your fourth then?
my fourth. That's all I'm going with Christmas movies. So the fourth one that I like to watch will probably the Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Oh, where he falls off the roof.
I think it's called The Santa Claus. I think it's like he's calling it. It's just a simple. It's the one that Tim Allen starts off as like a civilian,
Yeah.
and then he Santa falls off his roof. Brilliant, great old movie.
Um, what does he do now? Not Santa Claus, like.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Like, as in, yeah, he's still alive.
He was in loads of movies in the 90s. And he'd done 2, Santa Claus 2, no?
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
But like,
I
he's
didn't
well
see
known
number 2.
for that. What was the TV series? Was it Home Improvement, was it?
Yeah, Home Improvement. Do you know what I randomly came across, actually? He does a show with your man that he done Home Improvement with. Do you know your man with the beard that he done the show with?
Yes. Does one.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. But he does like a show where you have, what's it called? Like Ultimate Craftsman or something. And they ask you to make something within a certain period. It's like, I don't know, Bake Off or any of those shows where you have a certain amount of time and they have 3 things. And they obviously progressively get harder. And the last thing they have like 4 or 5 days to do in their home house. And I randomly came across it, and I cannot remember what it was called, but it was actually quite interesting. But it was only like that one episode. I couldn't find it anywhere again on telly, so
just stop making it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was just that
you realize
one episode.
halfway through making it, this is shite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just get through it.
Maybe it cost too much with all the supplies and everything. I don't know. But that movie is actually quite good. I like the bit where he shaves and then he goes to wipe his face with a towel, and then he looks up and the beard is back.
Oh yes, that is funny. Yeah. No, that's why it's so good. You see, that's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
So then, what's your 4th?
My 4th one would probably be Michael Collins. I like Michael Collins.
Oh yeah, good old Michael Collins. That's a good one to watch now over the holidays. All right.
There's going to be a team to 3 of mine that I have anyway, and we'll see if you can figure it out.
It's definitely all about war and killing.
I think Michael Collins is another one. I like that one. It's one of these movies, I suppose, because they're always on at Christmas. I think because they feel like they have to show more movies on the telly because there's nothing else to show maybe. So that's why they're
more
always
people
on
at home too, and they get more advertising money. But I went up to visit Michael Collins' grave there in Glasnevin Cemetery there a couple of months back.
Oh, you got there? I have yet to go there.
Yeah, I was getting the car serviced in a place up there, and just tipped across while it was getting serviced. Had a walk around. Very interesting.
Oh, did you go to a specific Jag dealer?
There's a kind of a garage that specializes in the Jags. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
you do good discounts.
Remember when we went to see where he got shot?
Yes, remember now. Yeah, there's a big sign saying Ambush site.
If only he had seen that. Yeah.
Yes.
But remember, your man was telling us that is we seen the actual one, but then the one that was in the movie isn't where it actually happened.
Yeah, it was up the road, wasn't it? That really
something like yeah. Because the one in the movie is like a big massive valley. But the one where it actually happened, it wasn't that much of a valley. But then you don't know how it's changed since that happened as well. Was it Bale LeBlanc? Remember we were asking for directions in the shop, and she hadn't got a clue what we were talking about. I don't know whether that's just the way we were asking about it, because the shop was literally 5 minutes. It was like at the crossroads.
Yeah, it was, and it was it's probably a busy shop because of the visitors to that place.
Yeah. So
mad.
I'm not sure why she didn't know where it was, but yeah, no, Michael. Although those 2 movies, Braveheart and Michael Collins, they are drastically inaccurate historically. Apparently,
really bad.
Really bad.
Here now, Michael Collins one being inaccurate. What? Just loads of things inaccurate. Yeah.
Yeah,
dramatized.
Yeah. Apparently, now I'm not sure. I can't remember because I read an article about Michael Collins, and it was someone who I don't know, defactualized it or said what really happened, and it's there's a lot in it now that seems to be wrong. But movies are like that because they can't exactly. I suppose if you were to tell a story exactly how it happened, it wouldn't be very exciting to watch. Because then
it'd be fairly boring.
That's a documentary, like a historical documentary.
Yeah, I suppose they have to dramatize things a bit more. Yeah.
Because I read a bit about the Braveheart movie. You know the French Queen that's in it, that he goes to talk to on the banks of the Boyne or whatever. In real life, she was 3 years old when William Wallace died.
Oh right. Oh, that's really bad then.
Yeah, and also the famous sword that he has in Braveheart. That wouldn't actually be a sword at the time because that is totally not able to be used because it's so long. like the swing arc in it would be far too much. So nobody at that time would have really used it. The uniforms were a little bit off as well, I think. But and then I can't remember anything specific about Michael Collins. I think Joanna was complaining more of the timeline, and it was more of the way Liam Neeson portrayed Collins, that he wasn't really like that or something in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how do you know? I mean, I don't think there's anybody still alive than you, the fucker. Like,
no,
you know,
if there is, I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
But
what's next? You're on number 3, are you? That's 5 and 4.
Yeah. So number 3 would be do you remember that movie Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jingle All the Way? Remember he was looking for this.
Oh, the action figure.
Son.
Oh, what was the toy called? I can't remember.
Not Aquaman. Oh crap! That's going to annoy the hell out of me because I have it in me tip of my tongue.
It's okay. I'll Google it. You talk about the movie there, and I'll Google the information.
Yeah, look, no, just a great old movie. Like Arnold getting because he's that was his tough guy days, and he was asked to do this like children's Christmas movie. It was just very funny.
Turbo Man.
That was
Man.
it, because they're dressing up as him and everything.
Yeah, November 16th, 1996 release date.
Oh my god! Yeah, that was around the time I would have been 12, 13. Yeah, when that came out. Yeah.
Do you know that there's a Jingle All the Way too?
No, and I don't want to know. They should never make second things the odd time. Sometimes.
In 2014, it looks. I think this might have been a straight to DVD kind of.
Is Arnold in it?
No, it's a different cast. It's a different cast, but it seems to be the same storyline, except instead of a son, it's a daughter, and instead of an action figure, it's a doll.
Right. It sounds familiar. I may have watched it.
I don't think there's Michael Collins too, is there?
No, I don't think there would be. I'd be like watching an Armageddon 2.
There's probably an Armageddon too. No, there was something like Armageddon. Armageddon is the one with Bruce Willis as the oil rig guy.
Yeah.
And then there's Deep Impact. Then it was
Deep
Helen
Impact's
Hunt.
different.
Was it Helen Hunt? No, or Deep
Impact was with you're on from Point Blank. John Cusack.
Oh, John Cusack. Yeah.
That was it.
Imagine sending a load of oil drillers up to space to destroy an asteroid. That's stupid.
It sounds like something they would do. Did you watch that Don't Look Up movie on Netflix yet?
No, what's that?
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, of course.
Give it a go later on.
€12 a month, and I rarely watch anything on it.
Oh, yeah. I think I brought mine down to $9.99 or something like that because of the HD thingy. Anyway, we won't get into that. But basically, there's a new movie called this Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill and.
Is it a funny thing, or is it like that one that Sandra Bullock was in that she blindfold or something?
No, it's a funny one.
Oh.
It's about an asteroid going towards Earth, and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer something is a scientist, and they're just trying to tell the world about it, but the world are like going, no, it's fake, and kind of like a mockery of the current American administration, and it's very fun, very funny.
Oh, I look at that.
Yeah, look at
it. The only thing really on Netflix that I watch the most, and they don't make any more than, is The Ranch.
Never seen The Ranch.
No, there's 10 seasons. Not 10 seasons.
Oh, Jesus.
There's not 10 seasons.
Sounds like it's had its day if it's 10 seasons.
No, it's 10 episodes per season, and there's is there 5 parts? Because they call them parts, not seasons. It's something like that.
Right.
Ashton Kutcher, isn't it?
It's
really good. The first couple episodes, you think, it's a little bit crap because there's a laughing track, but once you get used to the laughing track, it gets better. I always maintain they started filming the show and think, we just do this for the crack, and then they realised that loads of people liked it, and then they started putting in effort as it went along.
Right.
But it's good. Your man, the father in his class. The father is what's his name in real life? Can't remember. But his name in it is Bo Bennett. He's cool.
Well, it's. I hope it's not cancelled now. I wouldn't like to get into it and then.
No, they wrapped it up. there's only that many. Like, but in fairness to them, like, you know, some way they kind of leave it open ended in case they want to come back. But the last episode like wraps everything up, so you've like literally no questions. So that's always a nice way to finish a thing.
Yeah, well then that's good. Then I might give it a go then, because I think I watched one or two series of things and the budget was cut or they just cancelled it, and it ended on a cliffhanger, and you're like,
yeah.
Sake.
What did I start watching? And that was the same thing. So that's why I always like checking to see how many seasons there are before I start watching something. Just I used to watch that Gotham. That got into that, and then
it's the young Batman, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. I don't know. I don't know how many seasons there was. The first few were good, and then Teen Titans as well. Not sure if that got cancelled. Let's check up on that. I haven't watched that.
Did you watch like all the Mandalorian and all them?
No, not yet. Actually, I meant to ask you for your Disney Plus password.
No problem.
Because you don't have to say it out loud now. You can text me later.
Oh, you don't have. You don't want me to give it now? Okay.
No.
Do it later.
Because I was watching Hawkeye, and I was watching it in work, secretly in work, over like Solar Movie, which is like the illegal streaming whatever. And but there's obviously better security in the computers in work, and I wouldn't want to go on to Solar Movie at home.
Oh no! Oh, definitely not.
And so I want to see what the last episode was. And I actually liked that. I thought that was good. But your man, Renner, I think is quite funny. Anyway, he's like this kind of droll sense, like of delivery of his lines, which is quite funny. And he has a good kind of chemistry with what's your one's name? Oh, Haley Seinfeld. She's the female protagonist in the movie.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, you can have my password, Bert. I'll give it to you later on. No problem.
It's only for that one episode. Because that Mandalorian thing is something to do with Star Wars. I wasn't really a Star Wars fan, to be fair.
Yeah, but well, no, if you weren't into Star Wars, you probably wouldn't like it then. But I was a big Star Wars fan, so I liked it all. Yeah, it's really good. They have a new one coming out now again. But yeah, 29th to 30th.
Is Cobra Kai is coming on the 31st. Have you watched that?
Haven't watched any of them, no. But I do want to get into it. Just haven't sat down yet. Is it good?
I think there's 3 seasons already, and then this is going to be the 4th season. But I think some other production company might have been the first 1 or 2, and then Netflix took it over, or whatever.
Right.
Like, so the budget was a little bit better, and it's a little bit of it's still funny though. And it's quite. You know the way when they bring things back, you're thinking like, how are they going to do it, or which way does the storyline go? But I think they've got that pretty well, because it's different to the original thing that happened, but still has like the good parts of it. It's not like trying to redo it. It's a follow-on.
It seems like, is Mr. Miyagi still alive? Is he?
No, he's dead in real life as well. Like he's not in this either. But like Daniel is in it, and then what's the blonde fella's name? Oh, jeez, can't remember. But the 2 of them are in it, and then it's about the sons and daughters of it and things like that. But like characters come back in that was into Karate Kid, and even though I watched Karate Kid, I wouldn't have been a massive fan of it. But the Cobra Kai now was really funny. They moved it on like so well that
it's a comedy basically.
Yeah, there's some funny bits in it. And if you never watched like Karate Kid, you'd still watch this because you don't really have to know the history in order to watch it.
Yeah,
it obviously helps, but you don't need to know it. So we're on to number 3. What's your number 3?
I think it's your number 3 now, aren't you?
Oh,
I got the Jingle All the Way, and now it's your third.
What's my third
movie? Yes.
Oh, okay. My third movie is The Patriot.
Which one?
The Patriot. Mel Gibson is back in there again.
Yeah. Bit of fan of Mel Gibson, are we?
Well, I think it's probably 2 of his better movies. Now the only thing is, The Patriot is different from Braveheart and Michael Collins because it's just a story loosely based around a time. It's not trying to be any specific instance,
story
events.
Based off fact.
Yeah. But I like that too, namely because I suppose in all those 3 movies they're fighting English. I think that's why I like them. I don't know.
That is true.
And they're always on at Christmas. So I like that one too. It's a good story.
There's a Mel Gibson movie I like, and it's very similar to The Patriot, but like as in he's a single soldier kind of guy. We Were Soldiers.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Really good movie. Yeah. Really good movie.
He has some Christmas one out now. Oh, what's it called? Shit, I can't remember. I remember hearing it over the last couple couple of weeks.
Mel Gibson has.
Yeah, he's like living up in the North Pole, and someone goes to try and kill him, and he kills him or something. It's something.
Sounds very Christmassy.
It's something sad, is it? Hang on there, John. Do some fillers there while I Google this.
No, I'll do the whole music.
Fat Man. That's what it's called. Maybe it was out last Christmas, was it?
Fat Man.
Yeah.
Jesus, never even heard of it.
To save his declining business, Kris Kringle, also known as Santa Claus, is forced into a partnership with the US military. Making matters worse, Chris gets locked into a deadly battle of wits against a highly skilled assassin hired by a 12-year-old after receiving a lump of coal in the stocking. Oh wow! There you go.
Tell me, Bertie, you sold this movie to me now. I'm gonna check it out.
There you go.
Sold.
I think it's on Netflix. I'm not sure.
Listen, check it out. I gotta check it.
Yeah. So there you go. There's another Mel Gibson one. I like the Patriot one. There's a really good bit in it where his son gets taken because Heath Ledger's in it as well, and I was always a fan of Heath Ledger. And he's fighting for the Continental Army, and the British find him, and he's like not a post boy, a messenger, and he's found with these like documents on him. So the British take him, and then Mel Gibson with his two other younger sons go after like this. I think there's like 15 British officers that has his Heath Ledger, and he sets up in this bank that or this little valley that they're going through, and he obviously has taught the two younger boys to shoot, so he sets up all these guns, and he like kills them all. So the two young fellas obviously picked off a couple of them, but Mel Gibson is running around, and he's all the guns laid out already loaded and everything, and then he goes down with an axe and starts like killing them, like hand-to-hand combat and all that, and then he gets this big story about this ghost fella who killed all these fellas, and he's only one man.
He gets a name for himself.
Yeah, there you go.
I must try and look that up now and give it another watch.
That's probably the best bit in it, to be fair. On to number 2. What's your?
Oh yeah, the good movie's getting better and better now. You see, well, Christmas movie, the number 2 Christmas movie. It's kind of I'm torn between one that I've always watched at Christmas, like as a young lad. Yeah, that's the memories of Christmas one, or another Christmas one, because like it's a more modern one. Bad Santa is obviously a good one, but it's torn between.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, that was a mad one. But the Goonies, I used to watch it at Christmas all the time. It was always on RT. Goonies probably isn't a Christmas movie, but I used to watch it every Christmas for some reason. The
Goonies, is that the one in the treehouse where they have like some guy that lives down in the basement and have to feed him or something?
No? Yeah, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, that's the Goonies.
Big ugly head now.
I haven't seen it.
No way. You haven't lived. I
only know from what it's broadly about from it being mentioned in other things.
Yeah, that's a good old movie. You have to watch it at least once.
Because I think it's been mentioned in like Family Guy and different shows that I've watched.
Yeah.
No, I've never watched that. So we can always do some highly commended ones as well, or ones that were close to making the cut anyway. If you're tied between a few of them, yeah. I'm going to cheat a little bit for number 2 because it's actually 3 movies.
That's okay, I'll allow that.
But it is a trilogy. So Lord of the Rings. I always watch Lord of the Rings Christmas, and I've got like some of the original DVDs from when the last one was released in cinema, and it was the first time after that the 3 came in the pack, and it's the extended version. So right. It's about I think 14 or 15 hours.
Me and you were going to have a chat, because myself and the wife were just chatting the other day that I haven't seen any Lord of the Rings. I've never seen it, and she hasn't either.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to kind of put aside a good bit of time in order to watch this. Well, but if you're going to watch, have you seen The Hobbits, the 3 Hobbit movies?
No, I haven't seen. Because I can't watch The Hobbit until I've seen Lord of the Rings. So.
No, it's the other way around, because The Hobbit happens before Lord of the Rings.
So what way do you recommend to see it then?
Well, if you're going to go, first. If you're going to go in like proper order, even though Lord of the Rings was made first, in I don't know, book terms or whatever you want to call it, The Hobbit is actually before it.
Okay.
So like Gimli is the dwarf in Lord of the Rings, but his father is in The Hobbit.
Right.
So slightly.
And did it make any references, like, as in? So I don't understand what was going on if I watched The Hobbit.
Yeah, because you don't need to know anything about Lord of the Rings in order to watch The Hobbit, like. But then when you watch Lord of the Rings, you'll be thinking, oh, that wasn't The Hobbit, or that was mentioned The Hobbit. Because Orlando Bloom and Gandalf is in The Hobbit as well, and they're in Lord of the Rings too.
Okay.
And then Bilbo Baggins. So basically, it's a story about the dwarves reclaiming their homeland under the mountain. Briefly. I won't go too far into the synopsis of the movie. And Bilbo Baggins.
That's why you like this movie now. Lord of the Rings was about a war against the English, was it? Yeah, they had a ring.
Yeah, where England lost again. No, and so it basically it's you can find out how Bilbo Baggins got the ring in the first place that Frodo has to bring to be destroyed in Lord of the Rings. Okay. So the book that he kind of starts writing at the start of Lord of the Rings is The Hobbit as well. So it's intertwined, but it's not like a precursor to Lord of the Rings, if you get me.
Okay. So, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I'd watch all of them because obviously The Hobbit is slightly better as in like the cinematography maybe of it, because it's obviously newer. Where there's some spots of Lord of the Rings that didn't age well. That when you watch them back, you're thinking, oh,
the CGI is a bit
like CGI. Especially a bit when Elijah Wood as Frodo, he's running in to the cave, and it zooms out, and you're thinking it looked kind of fake when you watch it back. But obviously, at the time, it was good, like, you know.
So like the original Lord of the Rings, 20 years old at least?
I think the first one came out, Fellowship of the Ring came out in 2001. I won't Google it because it's not that important.
20 years.
But, yeah, 2001 as far as I know. And then was there maybe 3 to 4 years in between each of them? Although all of them were filmed at the same time, but they just weren't released at the same time.
No way, I didn't know that.
But Orlando Bloom is obviously, 15 years older in The Hobbit. But he looks...
Yeah, how to work that part out.
He looks younger, just the way to do it. And same with Gandalf is Ian McKellen. And obviously Ian McKellen, I think is he in his 80s now?
Yeah, but he still looks the same as when he looked 30.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Like, now I know some of that is to do with, I don't know, makeup and the way to do it, but no, it looks well. What is, so you've done your number 2. So give us a run back down. So you had Home Alone. Yep.
The crap. Totally forget now.
Jingle All the Way.
Home Alone. Jingle All. No, that was number 3. Oh yeah, Santa.
Santa Claus. Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Home Alone, Santa Claus.
Jingle All the Way. And then 2 was The Goonies.
Okay, now hang on a second. Build tension, right? So I don't remember.
We have no mixer desk in front of us, so we can't do a drum roll thing.
No. So I had Braveheart, Michael Collins, The Patriot, and The Lord of the Rings. All 3 of them. Although if I had to pick one specific one, I do like Return of the King. That's the third one. A little bit more than the Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers. But that's just
right.
So okay.
But technically, could you watch them all in one sitting? So technically, could be one movie.
Oh yeah, well that's what I do.
Yeah. Well then,
I rarely watch especially now that I have the DVDs, which is old technology now. So I tend to watch them all together. Now you might break them up a little bit, but like, I've watched them that many times, I suppose it's all right to do that now, but I do enjoy watching them all together. Now, so what is your number one? Number one.
Well, it's got to be Elf. Will Ferrell.
I do like Elf.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
You don't like Elf?
No, I do like Elf.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that is a good one. It would be
you
one.
can watch it again and again. And always see something funnier than the last time you watched.
Yeah, I love the bit where he, do you know the bit where in the shopping center that he's like, "Oh, Santa Claus is coming." I was like, "Santa Claus, I know him."
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. No, it's just brilliant.
And then the amount of sugar he eats, and he only like sleeps for like an hour or something.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's funny. What is your favorite part of it? Put you on the spot now.
It's when he goes to meet your man for the first time, the father. Remember he meets him up in the office block.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the actual scene, but it was just hilarious where came up and he was like, I think he sent him father thought he was an alphagram or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And he just came in and said, "All right, get it over with, go on." That was brilliant.
My number one is Fred Claus. I love Fred Claus.
Fred Claus.
Yeah, it's an unconventional Christmas movie that I don't think many people know of.
I don't think you've ever seen Fred Claus.
Vince Vaughn is in it. So
never seen it.
Vince Vaughn is Santa Claus's older brother.
All right.
And like he doesn't get on with him. And then he goes to ask him for money in order to like start a business. And Santa Claus is like, okay, I'll lend you the money if you come and visit me or come and help me out for the busy period coming up to Christmas or whatever. And then there's Kevin Spacey, which I don't think he does movies anymore for various allegations and things. But he's in it as an efficiency expert. So they like the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, all got like audited to see how efficient they're on, and he wants to close Santa down like.
Brilliant. I'm going to check it out as well.
Yeah, and then like Vince Vaughn obviously leaves and gets fed up or whatever and doesn't care, but then he gets like attack of the conscience and he goes back and he helps save Christmas like, and then they all make up. So I particularly like that one. That's probably one of the Christmas movies that I've watched the most is Fred Claus. I also have that on DVD.
Class. But it's not even. I haven't even seen it on like the way some Christmas movies be on the telly. I don't even see it coming on.
No, it's I don't think I've ever actually seen it on actual telly.
It's weird.
I just have DVD of it. But that would be my favorite. That would be my favorite Christmas movie, like just pure Christmas movies, where like Elf would be in that as well. But it's definitely one of my favorite movies to watch over Christmas as well.
I'm gonna give it a go if I can find it this Christmas. See if it's on.
Love Actually is always on as well. That's alright.
I forgot about that one, but yeah, that's one of those movies that I'd probably avoid watching. But if the wife put it on, I'd have to sit there and watch it.
Yeah, because they have it on the whole time. The thing that was pointed out to me recently, I think I seen on Facebook or something, right? Keira Knightley was only like 18 in it, and she got married.
I was reading that actually. I think I read the same thing. Yeah.
So do you know the way the little lad is in it?
Yeah.
And wants to impress the other girl or whatever that's in it. Like there's only something like 4 years between them, and she's getting married and he's in school. But I think he was like maybe 13 or 14 and she's only like 17 or 18. This was one of our first actor things.
To your man that was like 30.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
And then your man comes to the door and has all the cards to say like he's in love with her as well. And he's like in his late 20s, early 30s. And she's like...
At least. He's your man from The Walking Dead.
Yeah. He used to be in a show years and years ago called Teachers. Did you ever watch that, no?
Never watched it.
And it was about secondary school teachers in England and like about their life outside it. And every episode would do the week. So it would start off Monday and it'd be a bit about Monday and then it'd come up like Tuesday and it'll do the whole school week. And that's the way the episodes used to run. No, I like that now. I remember seeing it, but that was out a long time ago. But he was in that as well. I never actually watched Walking Dead.
Oh no, that's good.
That's still going.
I haven't finished it. No, it's over this year. This year was the last season.
What season did they get to?
10.
Oh, just looking up to see when teachers were. 2001. 3 seasons.
Right.
I remember watching it. Yeah, it was on Channel 4. Yeah, I remember watching it. Right.
Three seasons.
Yeah, it's 3 seasons. Yeah.
So it went all the way to like 2004, 2005.
Yeah, so it's 40 episodes. Yeah, I thought that was good. I watched that. Another one as well. Oh shit! I'm after forgetting it now. Oh, the one with the change in houses with Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet.
Holiday.
The Holiday. Yeah, that's a Christmas movie.
Yes,
really
the wife
well.
likes watching that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Jude Law is in it and Jack Black. It's that's an alright movie.
Yeah. Look, there's loads of different ones out there. Yeah, they're all the romantic ones. Like yes, P.S. I Love You. That's a Christmas movie.
Is it a Christmas movie? Or is it on at Christmas?
I think
I never read I never read the book, so I don't know how accurate it is to the book. But yeah, man, right? Jared Butler, he was just better off doing his own accent. He's got a slightly kind of Scottish accent because he is Scottish,
Yeah.
I think you were just better off because I don't think
Probably would have got away with it.
He probably would have got away with it. I mean, you look at Russell Crowe in The Gladiator. He just has his normal voice. Nobody really pays any attention that was not a Roman's voice, not a Roman accent.
Yeah, he had a bit. Yeah.
I think
a bit of a British voice in that.
Yeah, if you can't do a good one, you're better off just not doing one at all and just using your own one, I think.
I wouldn't recommend then you watch Wild Mountain Thyme. Then
that's so annoying because he is actually, well, I know he's from Northern Ireland, but like they could have like cut across that and just said, oh, he spent time, like he went to college in Queens or something and he picked up a Northern accent. He didn't have to put on any other accent. And I wouldn't mind who's that, Jamie Dornan, and I kind of like him. I think he's cool. But and Emily Blunt, she's a really good actress as well. But there was, this just, if you're not going to do them decent in some way.
I turned that movie off after 10 minutes. It was just.
Oh yeah, I've only seen the trailer and stuff of it.
No, it just annoyed the hell out of me.
Did you see the trailer for the new Batman?
I just watched it tonight, about half an hour ago actually, when I sat down eating the dinner.
When I heard that Pattinson was going to be Batman, I wasn't too convinced. I was like, how can he play it? But when I watched the trailer, I was thinking, oh yeah,
there is some good reports coming out about him. To be honest,
they've kind of gone back to the dark stage he got him, which the way the TV show was. That kind of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of dark, and it makes Gotham look like a really old city, where the Batman with Christian Bale was kind of more in the present. But it looks interesting enough.
It looks more of he's a kind of a gothic kind of guy, really, isn't he? He's like
I think he's like a younger version of the one Christian Bale done. Yeah, he was kind of more an older one. But I don't know. He seems to be pulling it off. But as is everything with that, there's like a hardcore Batman fans, DC fans, same way as there's Marvel and certain things, and they don't tend to get about it.
There's so much Batmans now; it's hard to keep up. Same as Spider-Man. So much Spider-Mans now; it's hard to know which one to watch. Like, watch first,
Although I didn't like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Mans. I didn't like him.
No, I wouldn't have been a fan of him either.
No, I think for what Spider-Man's meant to be, that he's meant to be like the kid or whatever, I think Tom Holland was a brilliant casting for him.
Yeah,
I think he's really good at him. And he's quite funny as well. And for me, I always thought that's what Spider-Man should have been, is Tom Holland. Like.
Yeah. No, I think that's why they loved him. They loved him and kept him on casting. Like that.
Although Benedict Cumberbatch was great casting as Doctor Strange too, to be fair.
Yeah, he's a good lad for Strange. Yeah. And sure, you can't beat
he's also in The Hobbit.
Iron Man.
He's Smaug in The Hobbit, yeah. He's a dragon, yeah.
But the Iron Man's casting was absolutely brilliant. Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah,
couldn't have picked anybody better.
Definitively like Iron Man. It can't be.
He's Iron Man in real life.
Yeah,
literally Tony Stark.
And Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like when you think Wolverine, it's just like Hugh Jackman. You can't really picture anybody else doing it.
No, he's not. He's always Wolverine playing different acts.
Yeah, he's the longest serving. You want to call him superhero, anti-hero person across all of them. I think Robbie Downey Jr. is next with Iron Man, but I think Hugh Jackman is the longest one. Because like he's been playing Wolverine since like 2000, since the first movie.
Yeah, mad.
But so that is our top 5 and some other nonsense and waffle there about other movies.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Now, you have some waffle topics or waffle game because
so like we played a waffle game with me there. What, 2 weeks ago was it?
It was 2 weeks ago, yeah. And
I'm going to do it with Bert.
You didn't get it in 30 seconds.
No, you just said name 5 things in the world and get it.
I was too broad with everything, was I?
Yes, it was very broad. It was impossible. But this one I'm going to keep it limited to Christmas.
Okay.
But the religious side of Christmas. So how are you on religion?
So narrow it down a little bit, because I think that's one thing we said about the first one was it was too broad.
Yeah, we're narrowing it.
If it makes you feel any better, Sarah didn't get it in 30 seconds in the last episode either. But once again, I kept it too broad for her. It was just like Christmas, which can basically be anything.
So remind people of the rules again, Bert.
Okay, so you have 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock, and you have to say the 5 keywords that only and then when I do it, only I know them, and you have to get to 5 of them. Now, I haven't invested in a bell yet, but I will eventually. So that's one thing, because I don't want like, what do they call it, like a dome bell, or a, that the bell. I want one of these bells that, like you see in like hotels. One of them bells.
Yeah.
I don't know what specifically that bell is called. I'm sure there's a name out. Where not the one you shake as a dome, but the one that's on the counter. Just to ring the bell when you get one right.
There's one, not a chime, or
because I think we need some kind of thing like that, just so when you're naming things out, that you know that you're after getting some, because you might get more motivated if you like got 3 in a row or whatever you like. You kind of need to know. Are you going to time the 30 seconds?
Okay, let me get the phone here. Here you go.
Okay, the 30 seconds though starts when you tell me the topic. You don't start a timer and then tell me the topic. If you're clear on that.
So I press start after I tell you the topic.
Yeah, tell me the topic first and then press start. So give me the full 30 seconds to guess the 5 keywords. Courtesy of Ian Dempsey Breakfast Show. We better name it so we don't get sued.
So I kind of worry. So tell the 5 things about how do I word this now? Because I didn't actually think of how I'd word it to you to make sure you got it.
I'm not going to get any of these.
You could, because it's fairly narrowed down. Name 5 things.
No, you can't say 5 things.
Okay.
It's 5 words, all right, but you can't just say 5 things. Go on.
Okay, 5 words. I should have done more research on this game, Bert. We should have talked more.
It happens like at 7:45. You're probably at work then, though.
No, actually, I'm still getting ready for work. I don't leave for work until like 8 o'clock.
All right.
The odd time, sometimes. Okay, hang on a second then. Okay, so the birth of Jesus. You have to guess 5 words to do with the birth of Jesus.
Crib, Bethlehem, Jerusalem.
Okay, time's going now.
Crib, Jerusalem, shepherds.
Ding.
Hay barn. North Star, shepherds, donkeys.
Ding.
Hey, Mary,
Ding.
Joseph. Christmas Day. I don't know, 2021 years ago.
BC. One more.
Lambs, donkeys.
Donkey, you got it. You got it on 29.94. Legend. That was the 5 of them. Well done.
Oh, wow. Okay, so name the bag, because we didn't hear dings, just so we know what they were.
I was dinging away there.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so you got Crib.
Yeah.
You got the Shepherds. You got North Star. And you got the third one. What was the third one?
Did you not write them down? No.
No, I did, but I can't remember what you said for the third one.
Well, read out your list, and then.
So, Crib, Joseph.
Yeah, I said Mary and Joseph.
Shepherd, North Star.
North Star.
And the very last one was Donkey.
Oh, Donkey. Oh, okay. And that was 5, is it?
That was 5.
Okay, and what was the time? 29 what?
29.94. Literally right under.
So then it's oh yeah, thanks for showing me 29.94. Very good. You can take a screenshot of that and we post it up so everybody believes what happened.
Perfect.
So that makes it 2-0 to me then, because when I done it, you didn't get the 5, so I get a point.
Yes.
And now you've done it, and I've gotten the 5, so I get the point. So it's 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. With plenty of time to catch up.
But I think though that yours was better because it was specific. So we narrowed it down, which was good.
But next time I'm going to be like 5 things about space.
You probably could get that. I know stars, galaxies, Milky Ways.
Yeah.
Although I play along every morning on the way to work. I'm usually in around. If it comes on and I'm not in Rappling Line, I'm more than likely going to be late. If it comes on when I'm in Summerhill, I'm more than likely going to be on time.
You time about a thing. Yes, I timed the radio as well, actually.
And then when Ian Dempsey is missing and someone else is doing it, they do it like at a different time, and it just throws off the whole schedule.
Oh, it drives you up the wall.
It does.
Yeah.
These subs that come in.
next time. No, if I'm going to work earlier now, I definitely will tune in. I haven't listened to the FM in a long time. I'm a news talk guy.
Oh, because you're older now?
No, maybe. I do. I am a fan of Pat Kenny. What can I say?
Oh, okay. Well, no. Well, I listen to Ian Dempsey on the way to work and then Fergal Larson on the way home. But if I was going somewhere, like say down the country, or you're going to be in the car for a couple of hours, I'd more than likely put on a podcast. I wouldn't listen to the radio.
Yeah.
So we went down to Galway there before Christmas, and like I think listened to maybe 2 on the way down, and then maybe 2 on the way back, and a little bit of radio thrown in amongst it, but not that much. Sometimes radio, especially over the weekend, it doesn't be that great, does it?
There's a really good podcast I'm listening to now. Sweet Bobby. Do you listen to podcasts that are like about gym stuff or educational stuff, or do you listen to crime?
Yeah, I listen to the Kieran Deely podcast, and that's sport. And then there's the High Performance podcast. I think is that what's called, or the
Performance
so
you're
podcast?
Listening to the
I
listen to
Ben Foster is one as well. It's really good.
I listen to like scientific or controversial or crime. But there's a good one I'm listening to called Crime One now. It's about Sweet Bobby. It's a guy that catfished a girl. Very, very good. Yeah, really interesting.
And is it just going to be about him, or did you do someone else every time? Like,
no, the whole thing, the whole season is about a story behind this girl who was being catfished by this guy called Bobby, and basically for 10 years. So it's like I can't remember how many actual episodes there are, but basically all the episodes are based off the story and timeline of him, like catfishing her at the very start, but he was just either a genius or conniving or something. But basically, he had a Facebook page and he took all these photographs from some other guy's Facebook page, and she was like, "Oh, send me a picture of you holding up a sign with my name, blah blah." But he literally figured out a way of finding this guy, saying, "Here, hold this," and took a picture and then sent it to her. It's just insane what he did.
And it was over 10 years, is it?
Over 10 years, and she sent him loads of money and.
Just that was the next thing I was going to ask you. Did they send them any money?
Money and everything, yeah. So, but the twist at the very end is insane. So I'll say no more.
Oh yeah, it's like those emails you get about oh my God, I'm stuck in a train station in Germany and I can't get home. Can you send me money?
Yes.
Or yes. I am a prince and I'm
no, those ones are real. I've done that a few times.
those ones are real. Yeah, I'm not sure how real they are.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
No, as I said, podcasts are good. I do like listening to them, probably more than the radio now, but there's a couple of sheep ones I listen to as well.
Like just like the sheep's talking, like, or sheep bang.
sheep talking to each other. Just different. They're only like 10 or 15 minutes long about different subjects about them. But is that one you're listening to? How long are those episodes?
About 25 minutes, half hour.
Oh yeah, so they're in short and sweet. Get to the point.
Yeah, you can listen on the way to work, like. Grand.
And then the Ben Foster one is good as well. He plays and goes for Watford. He has a podcast and he has a YouTube channel, the Cycling GK.
Right.
And his podcast is good because he's 38 now, so he's given all the information out about like what it's like to be a professional and behind the scenes and the way it goes and everything like that, and the money you get and the contracts. Because for him, a lot of this has happened now, like 15 years ago when he was starting. Yeah, I think so. And especially his time at United, which was in the noughties, so like it's 10, 12, 13 years ago. So I think he's getting away with kind of talking, and he has a good
check him out. Check him out. Did you listen to them lads, the Talking Bollocks yet?
No, what's that?
There's two Dublin lads with the Talking Bollocks podcast.
No.
Did you hear about it?
No.
They're doing quite well now. They only started a couple of weeks ago, back at around the same time as me, and you started this.
Oh, okay. They've obviously got better advertising streams.
Yeah, because they're two comedians. They're young lads that have like a social media presence already.
Oh, okay.
And so they've done it, like they do all those funny social media videos and stuff like that. Like Fog Arms and Foil Arms and Hog.
Oh yeah,
same kind of popularity as them lads, but
like skits and stuff like.
Basically, yes, do skits, and So two lads from that skit just started up a podcast, two inner city dubs, call it Talking Bollocks, and they just have like randomers on, like literally lads with like the lad that would have pulled the horse and cart up in Grafton Street. They have him in, like, and he'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, yeah, pulling the cart. You know, it's just mad. It's just
all right
to just have anybody on.
Well, we're not doing too bad. We've got quite a few regular listeners, and some are floating in and out. But all the episodes are getting a decent bit of traction. But like, we started from like zero. We didn't have any online presence or anything.
Yeah, but the backing we have behind this is still at zero, technically, isn't it? Like, we're still, you know, still just doing our thing.
Anybody who is listening, we do appreciate you. Fair play.
We appreciate you a lot.
And if anybody is listening that knows how you promote podcasts, because all I do is put it up on social media, but I'm sure there's like a more specific way of them gaining traction, maybe.
Yeah, we have to get on the newspaper or get someone to review you or something.
Because what I like at the moment is every week that goes by, there's still people listening to the first one, and we're now in the ninth one. So there are people starting to listen to them even 9 weeks into doing it, which is good.
That's cool. That's cool.
We'll have more guests on, of course. Leanne promised she'll come back as well. So she actually, I don't know if you heard me talking about the 12 pubs incident in episode 8. You can go back and listen to that if you haven't. So she wants to try and come back on and defend her herself over what I said about that. So
perfect.
She said
we didn't get to get her on today, though, did we? No, we didn't.
No, she was meant to join in at some point, but
she has kids.
Yeah,
she's a child.
Yeah, little baby. I did message her, and she said that she'd be on. Oh, whoopsies! I sent her the wrong time.
Oh, Jesus.
I had 8:30 in the Zoom meeting, did I? And sure, we started at what? 7:15, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, whoopsies.
Oh man, we'll get her next time.
We'll get her next time. I'll text her now and just say apologies about that. Whoopsies. That was a bit of a mess up there. I'll just tell her technical difficulties. We can't do it. We'll have to wait next week. Although she listens to this, she'll find out anyway. Is this you up here? This hand? What's that hand joke about?
I have no idea. It's weird. It's like in the bedroom.
Oh, is it? It's floating around. Anyway, we've got to the end of episode 9. As I said, for anybody who has listened to this one and has not listened to the other 8, go back and listen to the other 8. Stop putting emojis up on the screen.
And Zoom is great. Let me lower my hand. Okay, there you go. Thanks for listening, and give us a follow on Instagram. That's where all action happens.
Yeah, I suppose we kind of have to get a little bit more lit on that, maybe. As I said, we're going to do a Christmas Eve one, but I think you're right. Christmas Eve was our own personal time, and
it was.
We had a nice cup of tea and a nice chat about things, and swapped.
We share gifts every Christmas Eve. We were going to podcast about it, but we just said, look, let's just give gifts, and
actually,
bit of a chat.
Oh, you have a picture of what I gave you, or did you send it to me?
Did I send you a picture of the gin?
Yeah.
No, I'll send it to you.
Send it me. I'm sure I'll post it up on the Instagram page. Yeah, so they'll know what we got each other. Not that they missed a whole lot. We were only chatting.
Oh no, I'd say they're egging to know.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Right, so we'll sign off for this week anyway, and that's episode 9. And I'll apologise to Tully then.
A pleasure as always.
Okay, hopefully Leanne will be on then next. Oh, she said she can't do next week, I think. Oh. But, well, she can't do Tuesday, so maybe if we record on Monday. She might be. We could do Monday. Yeah, I'll check her schedule, because Monday's bank holiday. So I'm not back in work yet, so maybe Monday might be better. Cool. If you're around.
I'm working, but I'll be home in the evening probably.
Oh yeah, so we just do it at the same time in the evening, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Right, I'll tell Tully that then instead.
Deadly.
Okay, sweet job, Johnny. And sure, we'll talk to you in episode 10, the big 1-0. We've made it 10 episodes into it. Next episode will be the first one of 2022, so that should be interesting.
Good stuff. All right, thanks very much, guys.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk soon.